Hey everyone, welcome back to She Tried It. Today I'm extremely happy to show off my beachy breezy cardi. My goodness, that is so hard to say, but it's by Knitting Tipsy. Y'all love the way I formatted my last cardigan video, but honestly, I think some of y'all still aren't convinced that cardigans are awesome. So in an effort to try to prove a point, let's go shopping again. As usual, there will be timestamps below for each section of this video, so let's get started. I present to you Why Cardigans Are Awesome, Part 2. So before we head out, I definitely want to share my outfit. Shirt, Walmart, it's the same old basic stuff. Jeans, I don't know, Ross, most likely. I feel like the last one's from Ross. These clogs that I'm like addicted to. Oh my gosh, I love clogs now. And my beachy breezy cardi by Knitting Tipsy. My necklace, Amazon, ring, James Avery. Watch, Amazon, it's just a Casio watch, bracelet, and my boho braids that people have been raving about on TikTok. Oh my god, I love this hairstyle. It is getting frizzy. This is week 3. You know what? Now that I look at it, I think I can go another week. This is week 3 of these braids, and the crochet hair I used wasn't the best. Yeah, it's coming out right here. But I really love this hairstyle, so if anyone's into natural hairstyles, protective hairstyles, I highly recommend the boho braids. But now I'm talking too much. So the plan is that we're gonna go to this shopping center that I'm thinking of that has a Walmart, a TJ Maxx, and a Ross. So we're gonna style this cardigan with those 3 stores and see how it goes. It's rarely ever hard if you saw the last video, but I think it's gonna be even easier because this is just black. So I hope I'm not hyping it up too much and I actually do find some cute stuff. I need to cut this little nap stuff out of the crochet hair, but let's head out. Chelsea of Knitting Tipsy is a designer I've been following for a while now. While she's originally from Pittsburgh, she's now a full-blown Florida gal. I don't think I've ever completed a make from a Florida designer, so I'm happy that she's the first. She's a lovely designer that prides herself on highlighting mental health and self-love. Chelsea first learned to knit and crochet from her great-grandmother, who she lovingly refers to as Great-Grammy K. Like many of us, she fell away from the craft but picked it back up about 7 years ago and found that it helped her in her fight against anxiety and depression. Being a Southern girl like me, Chelsea doesn't make the typical cold weather makes like other designers. She produces amazing warm weather designs that are perfect for any Southern crafter. Think airy, light, beach vacation approved. As always, I'll be sure to link her Ravelry, Etsy, and website in the description box below so you can get your hands on one of her patterns. Speaking of her website, in addition to her patterns, she also sells completed makes, project bags, essential oil elixirs, and intention bracelets, so definitely be sure to check that out. One thing I love about Chelsea is that she's a maker just as much as she is a designer. When she posts a new completed object, you really never know if it's her design or someone else's. That's so rare in designers, but I love to see it. Also, for those that do enjoy drinking, the name Knitting Tipsy isn't ironic or a coincidence. Definitely head to her page for some cocktail ideas. This make I'm currently styling the mess out of, if I do say so myself, is called the Beachy Breezy Cardi. This is a lightweight cardigan that manages to be airy and breezy while still being snug and cozy. You have options when it comes to making this cardigan, but y'all know me, I always opt for the cropped look. This cardigan is knit with 3 panels, 1 in the back and 2 in the front, that are seamed together. Stitches are then picked up for the sleeves and knit in the round. It's a super easy construction and it clearly turned out amazing and matches literally everything. I'm gonna be totally honest with y'all and say that this pattern doesn't really use my favorite stitch. Some people think it's meditative, but not me. This pattern uses 1x1 ribbing where you go back and forth from knitting and purling. Don't get me wrong, it's absolutely gorgeous and the drape is to die for, but this make was definitely a labor of love. Also, just a heads up for anyone who makes this, Chelsea states that she's a loose knitter, and she is not lying. How she was able to knit this gauge with a 4.5mm needle is beyond me. My guess is that she's a continental knitter. I, on the other hand, pun intended, am a regular knitter, which I think is technically called English knitting. If you've mastered continental knitting, you'll go a lot faster than I did, and most likely will enjoy the stitch more than me. But if you're an English knitter, prepare to be working on this for a minute and start working on your gauge swatch with a 5.5mm needle. I ultimately ended up using a 6.5mm needle to complete this make. Lastly, my modifications for this make were minimal. First, I did a simple single crochet around the edge of the cardigan to give the cardigan a neater edge. And second, this pattern is designed for the sleeves to be more of a bell sleeve, and as y'all know, I'm an avid eater and I need my garments to align with that type of lifestyle. So, just so I didn't have to worry about my sleeves getting into various meals, I attached a thin elastic around the bottom of my sleeve using single crochet as well. This kind of gives that balloon sleeve look. And in terms of the elastic I used, I meant to buy some from the store, but I couldn't find exactly what I wanted, so I literally just used a hair tie around my wrists. Also, quick tip for those knitters looking for a deal, according to Ravelry, it says that sizes 1, 7, 8, and 9 are in the pattern but were never tested. If you're willing to provide photos, feedback on the pattern, and minimal to no modifications, she might be willing to give you a free pattern. This applies to people that want to complete this make for a bust size of 30 inches, 62 inches, 66 inches, or 70 inches. Definitely try to get this deal if it applies to you. Girl, at this point, I don't even really need to say what yarn this is. I feel like when I post any thin yarn, y'all assume it's Curio number 3 unless otherwise stated, as you should. But hey, this channel has been growing, so I'll take some time today and give a bit more details about this yarn. First off, it's exclusively sold at We Crochet, who were kind enough to give me this lovely yarn. Also, it's my favorite yarn. For the benefit of my new subscribers, here's a quick timeline of my love story with Curio number 3. First, I made the crochet wrap by Muto Crochet in the color Bear. I immediately fell in love with it, so then I designed my first pattern for the Whole Mood midi skirt using the same yarn and the same color. This pattern is always available for purchase in the description box if you're interested. Since I was still addicted, I made the Buttercup top by Daisy and Dime, again, the same yarn and the same color. Then I took a slight break because I didn't want y'all to know how extremely addicted I was to this yarn. But I brought it back to the channel and made the Willow Lace Vest by Two of Wands in the color Copper. I took another mini break from it and then I made the Fishnet Cardigan by Park and Knit in the color Copper as well. And now here we are at present day. I'm in love and I don't care who knows it. I just finished 3 back-to-back makes with Curio number 3, starting with the wide leg shorts I made from Knit Crow Addict in the color Jalapeno, and then the Abuela shirt by MM Making in the color Clementine, and now the Beachy Breezy cardigan. This will be my last time using this yarn for this year, I think, but trust me, it will be back. I still have a goal to try out every single color. Let me know which color y'all like best out of the ones I've used so far. Again, this yarn is Curio number 3 from We Crochet. It comes in a ton of great colors that I've only just dipped my toe into. This yarn is classified as a lace weight yarn and comes with 295 yards for every 100 gram ball. Its fiber content consists of 100% mercerized cotton. For today's make, I went for the black color. I've been wanting a simple, versatile, lightweight black cardigan for a while now, and I must say, mission accomplished. I've said it once and I'll say it again, Curio never disappoints. That's all I have for today. Don't forget to check the description box for all the things I mentioned in this video. Thank you so much to Chelsea of Knitting Tipsy for not forgetting the Southern knitters that could easily get more use out of a flowy cardigan like this one rather than a chunky sweater. And thank you to We Crochet for providing me with this magical yarn. While I do have another awesome make coming by another amazing designer, it's time to say goodbye to Curio number 3 for now. Also, quick note, I won't have a video going up in the next 2 weeks because we will be on a Zoom call for the make along. If you have no clue what I'm talking about, be sure to check my video about the huge announcement. Other than that, I'll see you in my next video. Bye!